Hey everyone, I'm working to hit 1,000 subscribers and I need your help to get there. If you enjoy this content, please hit that subscribe button right now.
Broncos country, buckle up, because we are about to blow the lid off the most electric rookie class Denver has assembled in years. And by the time we're done, you're going to be arguing with your buddies about who's really going to make noise this season. Forget the hype train nonsense you've heard elsewhere. This is the real breakdown, position by position, on which rookies are about to change the complexion of this Broncos roster in year one. No undrafted free agents here, no fluff, no who's better than who nonsense. This is about impact, pure, unfiltered impact. So grab a seat, because Broncos training camp is barreling toward us, and this rookie class is loaded with storylines that are going to define the next chapter of Denver football. Before we dive into the chaos, do yourself a favor and smash that like button right now. It genuinely helps get this channel in front of more Broncos fans who need this breakdown, and trust me, you want to be locked in before camp opens, because the coverage is about to be non-stop. Now let's get into it. Starting at the bottom of our impact rankings and working our way up to the rookie who might just be the biggest difference maker on the entire roster. Sitting at number 7 is offensive lineman Cage Casey. And let's be crystal clear about something right out of the gate. This is not a knock on his talent. The kid can play. But here's the brutal truth. He's probably not seeing the field much this season. And there's a very simple reason why. The Broncos just got graded as the #1 offensive line in the entire National Football League. When you've got that kind of talent already entrenched, Garrett Bowles, Ben Powers, Alex Forsyth, Quinn Miners, and Mike McGlinchey holding down the fort. A rookie lineman is going to be doing a whole lot of watching and learning before he ever sniffs meaningful snaps. And look, that's not necessarily a bad thing for Casey's development. Last season, he posted a microscopic 2.09% pressure rate allowed, which led every single left tackle in the Mountain West Conference. That is not a small feat. That's a legitimate, certified steal in the 4th round. This is exactly the kind of draft and stash prospect you want stockpiled on your roster. Expect him to get run at multiple spots this summer, some left tackle reps, some guard reps, maybe even a look at center, because the coaching staff wants to find out exactly where his ceiling is highest. If we're being honest, the smart money says he eventually slides in at left guard for Ben Powers down the road, and if his tackle numbers are already this clean, imagine what happens when you kick him inside where the reaction windows get even tighter. Last season, this guy didn't just avoid pressures, he barely committed a single penalty either. A disciplined technician. But for year one, don't expect him on the field unless there's a genuine break glass in case of emergency situation up front. Climbing up to number 6, we've got tight end Justin Jolly out of North Carolina State, and here's a bold claim for you. This may very well be Denver's long-term answer at tight end once the current starter's tenure winds down. Right now, Jolly sits directly behind the incumbent starter on the depth chart, and there's no denying the veteran still holds the edge in both experience and overall polish for the time being. But make no mistake, Jolly is going to see the field, likely in specialized packages, think red zone situations, 5-wide sets, anything where his catch radius becomes a weapon. And here's a stat that should turn heads. According to draft analysts, Jolly and his fellow Broncos rookie tight end were rated as having 2 of the most elite pairs of hands in the entire incoming tight end class, ranked right alongside 2 of the more celebrated names at the position nationally. 2 Broncos rookies, same tight end class. That tells you everything about the direction this coaching staff wanted to take at the position. Jolly's route tree is a deep bag of tricks, and while his release off the line still needs some seasoning, his separation at the top of the route is already advanced. He posted a microscopic drop rate last season, and he's an absolute menace in contested catch situations. Add in his versatility to line up in line or in the slot, and you've got a rookie who might not start, but who is absolutely going to matter. Right behind him at number 5 is tight end Don Bentley, And if you saw these two ranked back-to-back, congratulations, you called it. Bentley gets the slight edge here because of his ability to line up more consistently in line, which likely means more total snaps overall. This kid's rise has been remarkable. From a breakout final season to standout performances on the postseason All-Star circuit, Bentley clearly did enough to convince the Broncos front office he was worth the investment. He checks every box you want at the position too, posting an elite relative athletic score, moving fluidly both inline and out of the slot, and flashing legitimate breakaway speed after the catch. Between Bentley and Jolly combined, the Broncos' rookie tight ends only dropped a single pass all of last season. One drop between the two of them. That is an absurd level of ball security at the position. Expect Bentley to see the field more often in heavier personnel packages, your 12 and 13 personnel red zone sets, while Jolly handles more of the specialty looks. Neither of them, though, cracks our top spot for the tight end room. That distinction belongs to somebody else, and we'll get there. But before we move to the defense, we want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below and tell us which Broncos rookie you think is going to have the biggest impact this season. We read every single comment, and we want to see if Broncos country agrees with this list or if we're about to start a full-blown argument. Flipping over to the defensive side of the ball, safety Miles Scott out of Illinois lands at number 4 on our impact rankings, and this profile should feel familiar to Broncos fans. Scott is essentially the direct replacement for the backup safety role that got significant run last season due to injury. The good news? He's not just inheriting a role, he's expected to take that role and immediately make it his own. Last year, that backup safety spot logged well over 170 total snaps once injuries opened the door, and that included a healthy dose of special teams work. With 2 clear starters entrenched atop the depth chart, Scott slots in as the next man up, ahead of a handful of other depth pieces who are more likely to carve out roles strictly on special teams. Scott, on the other hand, profiles as a legitimate rotational safety from day one. He's a high-level processor of the game, incredibly instinctive between the numbers, and this is the fun part, a converted former wide receiver, which means he already thinks like the guy he's covering. His ball skills are advanced even if his overall game is still a little raw with obvious untapped upside. The tape backs it up too. 64 tackles, 4 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, and a defensive grade in the high 70s last season, all while serving as a team captain. This is a kid who had his college defense humming, and it's reasonable to expect somewhere in the range of 5 to 10 defensive and special teams snaps per game as a rookie, with a real chance he comes away with an interception or 2 along the way. Now we're getting into the top 3, and this is where things get spicy. At number 3, we've got a defensive tackle who was actually Denver's very first selection of the entire draft, and don't be surprised if he's rotating into the defensive line mix early and often. The Broncos' interior defensive line room is stacked and competitive, featuring the likes of Zach Allen, DJ Jones, Malcolm Roach, and a handful of others all battling for reps. And this rookie is going to be thrown directly into that rotation because of his sheer positional versatility. He's got the athletic profile to play anywhere from a 1 technique to a 5 technique, and his measurables are downright absurd for the position, elite size, an elite relative athletic score, and one of the best run-stopping tackle for loss rates in his entire draft class. His bread and butter is stuffing the run, plain and simple, and expect the coaching staff to rotate him behind multiple starters early in the season while they figure out exactly where he fits best. Don't be shocked if he ends up seeing snaps in heavier 5-man fronts too. The staff clearly wants to find out who's ready to take the next step on this defensive line. And this rookie is going to get every opportunity to prove it's him. Which brings us to our number 2 overall impact rookie, and honestly, this might be the most exciting player in the entire draft class. Linebacker Reed Murdoch plays with an old-school, bone-jarring mentality that immediately jumps off the tape. This is a guy who wants to meet you in the hole and find out who wants it more. He plays with real physicality, wins with his hands at the point of contact, and by his own admission considers himself the quarterback of the defense. He's got outstanding leverage, wins consistently at contact, and has a knack for stripping the football that borders on ridiculous. He actually holds an NCAA career record for forced fumbles. That is not a small accomplishment. Is he a finished product? Not even close. His closing speed still needs refinement, and his recovery ability in coverage, especially against play action or in the passing game, remains a genuine weakness. But this is a classic box linebacker archetype, and there's a real tangible path to him working his way into meaningful starting reps by the midpoint of the season, potentially rotating alongside the current starting linebacker core. If Denver's front office is patient with his development, Murdoch could be manning a starting linebacker spot by Week 8, and Broncos country is going to fall in love with the way he plays. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, our #1 biggest impact rookie on the entire Denver Broncos roster, running back Jonah Coleman. Broncos country, this is the guy. This is the one who's going to move the needle immediately. Coleman is a creative, explosive runner who thrives the moment a play breaks down. With an uncanny ability to bounce outside contact and manufacture yardage that simply shouldn't exist, his vision is elite, his feet are quick and decisive, and his ability to generate yards after contact might be the best in his entire draft class. The numbers are staggering. He converted a first down or a touchdown on roughly a third of all his college carries, tops in his class. A staggering percentage of his rushing yardage came after contact, again the best mark in his class. He was also elite after the catch as a receiver, all while fumbling the ball just once in his entire college career and dropping just a single pass. On top of all that, he's a legitimately excellent pass protector, a trait that gets rookie backs on the field early in the modern NFL. Comparisons have already been drawn to a certain bruising, contact balance running back who made his name in the pros doing exactly this kind of dirty work. And if that trajectory holds, Coleman isn't just here to split carries, he's here to eventually take over as the lead back in Denver's offense. The other names on this list might steal some snaps or carve out situational roles. But Coleman is different. Coleman has the profile of a rookie who wins you actual football games this season, maybe even more than one. That's why when it's all said and done, he's the single biggest impact rookie on this entire Broncos roster heading into year 1. So there you have it. Broncos country, 7 rookies, 7 different roles. And 1 running back who might just be the engine of this offense sooner than anyone expects. This rookie class isn't just deep, it's dangerous. And if even half of these projections hit, Denver's roster is going to look completely different by December. If you made it this far, you already know what to do. Smash that like button, drop a comment telling us which rookie you think we got wrong. Or right, and if you haven't already, hit subscribe right now so you never miss a single breakdown as Broncos training camp coverage kicks into overdrive. This is Broncos, and we will see you in the next one.